Hi everyone, my name is Chanel Wagner and I'm going to be doing a satire presentation over PETA. This will be for my Introduction to Fiction class at Texas Tech University. First off, I would like to start off with a warning that this content that you might see or hear may be disturbing to some viewers, as this is satirical content. If you do not know what that means, please feel free to look it up, get educated on the topic, and stop being snowflakes. I do believe in the ethical and humane treatment of animals through animal welfare and animal husbandry. The styles of satire that I will be using for this presentation are Juvenalian satire and Horatian satire. Some of the elements that I will be using are sarcasm, irony, and exaggeration. My satirical inspiration came from two different videos on YouTube. I am going to show you a clip from both of them. So I'm going to exit the screen and pull them up. Here's the first one. This is from The Onion.
I'm Juliana McCannis, sitting in for Clifford Baines, who is hunting down the scumbag who killed his father. PETA has been fighting for animal rights for decades, with little success. Shouldn't animals be helping more to win the fight for their rights?
Well, I'll tell you, right now, it's a very every animal for itself attitude out there. They need to organize.
Yes, I think animals need to take control of their own future, and I've been telling that to my dog for years. But
I tell my cat.
But if they ever want to vote, they had better start learning how to march.
They have tried and they have failed miserably. Do we remember when PETA tried to organize that million-dog march down in Washington?
Oh, don't tell
It was a
me.
mess, you know. I mean, not only did they not build in the infrastructure for cleaning up after themselves, but it just was not organized.
It was a disaster. We all agree.
I think they have to stop eating each other and really kind of come to the table and say, all right, we're all on the same page here.
And that's what PETA doesn't understand.
Animals have traditionally been politically apathetic.
Well, animals need to demand their rights to fair animal trials. Then they can wear little robes and dress up like lawyers and kind of like have a jury.
Don't forget the little hats.
I agree, but which of them deserves the rights?
Well, I know one that doesn't deserve the rights, and that's the water buffalo. The water buffalo. And I will be dead and in the ground, eaten by maggots before I see a water buffalo with the same rights as I.
If PETA dropped the so-called problem animals, would they have more success?
If anything, the great white sharks, the anacondas, and the...
I don't like those hermit crabs.
For me, the only thing that's keeping me from being a card-carrying member of PETA is their persistent support of the water buffaloes. I mean,
nobody is going to argue with that point.
Thank you.
Well, I mean...
And here is my second video inspiration for this presentation. It comes from Stephen Colbert on The Late Show.
Yesterday, PETA announced they hope to replace anti-animal language with alternative phrases. Instead of saying, kill two birds with one stone, they want you to say, feed two birds with one scone. Instead of saying, take the bull by the horns, they want you to say, take the flower by the thorns. Of course, what all of these new phrases actually translate to is, you're going to want to find someone else at the party to talk to. And PETA claims that anti-animal phrases are just as bad as prejudicial language used against humans, tweeting, just as it became unacceptable to use racist, homophobic, or ableist language, phrases that trivialize cruelty to animals will vanish. Unacceptable to use racist and homophobic language? PETA, have you read Twitter? We've got bigger fish to fry. Oh, I'm sorry. We've got a bigger wish to fly.
And those were my two video inspirations. So I'm going to start off with a little background or information for people that may not know what PETA stands for. PETA stands for People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and PETA believes that animals are not ours. Also, their slogan is, face it, inside every body, there is a person. This includes livestock. PETA believes the use of animals as livestock should be completely forbidden. Using animals for human purposes such as food, wool, leather, entertainment, sports, or any other human desire is against all animal rights. Animals should not be kept in small, packed areas with other animals against their own will. Animals have feelings and feel pain, which means that all humans should now become vegetarians. All animals should immediately be liberated and released from their slave owners and captors, and released back into the wild, where they must now fend for themselves. This includes our beloved pets. All pets, including but not limited to cats, dogs, birds, rodents, monkeys, reptiles, fish, and anything else living that is not human, must be set free. No animals should be kept out of its natural habitat, in cages, or in the care of humans. This means do not feed them. Do not water them. Do not touch or pet them. Do not cage them. Do not talk to them like babies or children. Do not bring them inside the house, no matter the weather outside, including extreme heat, blizzard conditions, rain, hail, hurricane, sleet, tornado, etc. Humans are not to intervene in animals' natural life and must give them their natural rights and their freedoms. PETA has a big win under their belt. This win comes off the freedom of animal crackers. Animal crackers were so mistreated, abused, and humanely consumed by their hungry owners. This unethical and cruel mistreatment of these tasty snacks, along with their tiny cages that they were trapped in, caused PETA to jump into action and make a stance. PETA felt so bad for how these poor animals were being treated that they fought for their rights and freedoms. Today, I'm proud to say that all Barnum animal crackers are no longer being caged and are now running wild and free in their natural habitat of their box. PETA stated, "Big victories come in small packages, and no matter where we look, we find new evidence that people are embracing compassion for animals like never before." PETA is also fighting for the freedom of Pokemon. The brutality that Pokemon suffer from training, being kept in such small, confined spaces such as their Pokeballs, and being forced to fight and battle, has reached the heart of all animal lovers and has caused PETA to step up to set them free. PETA's even created their own game, Pokemon Black and Blue, where the players gotta free them all. PETA will not rest until all animals, large and small, are set free from the cages and slave owners who hold them captive. PETA's mission is to ensure all animals are set free and no longer under the control, protection, or care of humans. Animals should be in their natural habitat, suffering the weather without shelter, having to forage and hunt for their own food and water. not having access to medical treatment or veterinary care when sick or injured. And the only thing they have to worry about is being hunted by their natural predators. This life is the natural life that all animals should wish and hope to someday have access to, as is their right. PETA will not rest until this dream becomes a reality, and they have educated all animal lovers around the world. So the next time you see a caged, chained, helpless animal under the control of a human caregiver who loves them dearly, respects them, and cares for them, be sure to fight and help liberate it to freedom. Or you could just join the dark side. I want to thank you for watching this presentation. And again, I state that these were my own thoughts and opinions on satirical content over PETA.